Pardon my grease, it was rainy today, and I went bowling. Got a custom bowling ball so I can finally transcend the deity of the lane that I was meant to be. But doesn't matter. We're not here to talk about my bowling prowess and my pursuit of the perfect game. We're here to talk about a disastrous wedding. Throughout the years, I've covered many awful weddings, and there's just something very sad about a special day super stinker that I can't help but just be fascinated by and talk about. This isn't the main video I want to talk about here, but I want to lead with this because I don't know if it's a hot take, but I can't fucking stand the wedding cake smashing trend that some people subscribe to. Wedding cakes are so expensive, and you just throw it in the face of the bride or the groom, and it immediately changes the whole tone of the wedding into something aggressive, and sometimes just ends as like a WWE match or an argument or a fight. Like, I don't get why people do this. I've been to many weddings, and I've never seen anyone do that. I only see it in TikTok and YouTube videos from weddings. So this one I think really encapsulates it the best as to everything wrong with it. I can't find the original clip. I can only find it through Ray Like Sunshine channel. But there's a lot to unpack in just that short clip. So first of all, the wedding cake looks heavy as shit. When he throws it on the bride, she like visibly like falls with it. That's like a 20-pound cake. It's like getting hit with a dumbbell. And then even once she like recovers from the initial stun and staggering from it, he goes back into the DPS phase and hits her again with the wedding cake. And you can see how upset she is. Also, the groom's out here looking like a frat douchebag on spring break, and he's got a gun on his hip with him. I don't know why he'd bring his gun to the wedding. Maybe he expected to get pulled up on by his ops, so he needed to stay strapped and ready with that big iron on his hip. But he looks like James Bond on vacation. What's supposed to be one of the biggest days in a person's life is now just been reduced to this guy acting like it's a tailgate party. Unbuttoned shirt, beer belly hanging out, chaos. But anyway, let's get into the video, the main video I wanted to talk about.
And just share with you the most beautiful moments of my life.
I'd hate to have to follow that. Anywho, Cody?
I promise to smack that ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
He's giggling like he's trying to do an impression of the Joker following that statement. So, I cut out the beginning, obviously, but it was a really heartfelt message from the bride. Her vows were really sweet, and the production was really good, too. It made it seem like it was the conclusion to a long-running romance slice-of-life anime or something. Like, it was wholesome stuff. And then immediately, Cody follows it up by just saying, "I promise to smack that ass every chance I get." There's no shortage of people treating their wedding day like it's a stand-up comedy special on Netflix, and it usually leads to a bunch of cringe, but this is cringe with a little poop on top. This is just disrespectful to your wife and also the families of not only her, but everyone in attendance. Your side, their side. It's just uncomfortable. What the fuck is the point of that? Like, it's not as bad as the other wedding vows I covered last year where the guy said, "As long as you keep my balls empty and I can, fuck you hard enough to make the bed shake every night and turn you into a toaster strudel, like cum on her tummy," like, he's happy. That was definitely worse. But for some reason, when I'm watching Cody's wedding video here, it makes me feel even yuckier. This is just the beginning. So, of course, he starts to follow up that heartfelt sentiment from his wife. He's like, "You know what? I only care about those cheeks and making them jiggle. Can't wait to clap them." That's all I got.
This is either going to be the most beautiful couple ever, or we're all going out in the same bolt of lightning. Either way, Cody, please proceed.
She's the brains of the operation, so.
Okay.
Where's the other one?
Apparently you don't put that on here.
Cody,
It's on the wrong hand.
yeah. So that's the right. Yeah.
So let's try that again.
Back here.
And maybe say something.
You can see deep shame wash over the face of the guy who's supposed to announce them man and wife. He knows that this is some dysfunctional shit right here. He can't help but let Cody know that he's a fool, a fucking oaf. So he's trying to, like, mentor him on how this should go. Like, "Hey, brother, maybe say a little bit more than smacking her ass. Also, maybe you should put the ring on the proper hand." Dude doesn't know right from left clearly, so he has to, like, go mirror it to figure it out.
Love you. Promise to frustrate you all the time.
Promise to frustrate you all the time. Good.
Promise I'm not going to listen to you. I mean, I will listen. I got that backwards, didn't I?
that it?
Come on, Cody. Are you sure?
I didn't write nothing down.
That's what you're going out with?
That's what I'm going
All right,
with.
Cool.
And they say chivalry is dead. How laughable. They've clearly never met Cody. A very profound moment here that we get to share in, and I can't help but feel happy for these two. Cody seems like a real peach. I do love how visibly annoyed everyone around Cody is with his antics here. Like, he's getting all the chances imaginable to try and salvage this. Like, say something nice. He's like, is this how you're going to send it off? Is this really what you're going to say to your wife here? And he's like, yep, that's it. It's like, whatever. And then I'm pretty sure there was someone else that just said, come on. I feel like I heard someone faintly go, come on. Which I get because this is an eye-rolling moment here.
Touching. Exchange. I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that's for me to do my part. So, by the power vested in me by the state of Kentucky, the United Life Church, and the Church of Bacon, I
Church of Bacon? More like Church of Making That Ass Clap. Am I right, Cody?
now pronounce you man and wife. You may seal it with a kiss.
Ooh, lovely.
Cody, can you please stop moaning? This isn't a porno, it's a wedding ceremony. Jesus Christ. I still think the worst wedding ever held is the one I covered like 5 years ago. The Crazy Bitch Wedding, where the bride walked out to the Buck Cherry song Crazy Bitch, but not the official recording, a karaoke version sung by one of her friends who I'm pretty sure was gargling glass in her throat before performing. And it is not even a walkout, it's not even like a wedding march. She goes out there and puts on like a wedding striptease in front of everyone. Kind of. It's like she was trying to give the entire ceremony a lap dance and turned it into the trashiest thing imaginable in front of a bunch of kids and like completely like normal family members who were just appalled at what they were witnessing. And then when she makes it to the stand, it turns out she's marrying like Diet Kid Rock and the Dirty Boys biker gang. That I still think is the worst ceremony this world has ever seen. But that doesn't make this one any less awful. And it gets even weirder after this moment.
I'm Cody's ex from high school. Yes, you may think that's weird, but it's probably more helpful than weird.
All right.
Because I can totally relate to whatever crazy stuff he puts KK through.
Why would you do that, though? Why would you bring your ex here to speak about you being a quirky, zany oddball? Why bring your ex in this wedding? That feels foul. Like, hey, I know we're getting married, but I'm bringing my ex-girlfriend from high school here. She's gonna give a banger speech, trust me. No, it's not. Why do you think that's weird? There's nothing wrong with being friends with your exes, but why do this for your wedding day? You're marrying this girl that you love, and for some reason you're calling in a previous girl you loved to speak about you. Why? I don't know. That doesn't feel right. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because I'm always interested in these wedding disasters. So that's really about it. So yeah. In the modern landscape of the cyberspace, you need to get creative when it comes to promoting your brand or your product. And I want to introduce you to a lady who's on the front lines of innovation, a true pioneer, to promote her OnlyFans. Her name is Camilla, and she's been making headlines this week because of one very degenerate marketing strategy she had for her OnlyFans work. And every headline reporting this called her the girl from Mr. Beast's Squid Game, which was really baffling to me because I didn't recall there being like some kind of front and center superstar girl from the Mr. Beast Squid Games. So I looked into it, and apparently she had like a very brief appearance in that video, and a bunch of curious coomers looked her up praying she had an OnlyFans, and it kind of blew her up, and then eventually she answered all of their prayers by making the OnlyFans, and now her entire Instagram is dedicated to promotional material just for that. It's all her Instagram is. All she does is try and lead people to that content. A pretty interesting X-Men origin story for Camilla, and I can't help but notice some shades of familiarity between her story and mine. As all of you know, I was front and center of the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 with my iconic performance as District 8 hospital helper, and that experience helped elevate and propel my presence online. Very similar to her start, however, our paths diverged whereas she went to showing her butthole, I went to talking about butthole. So on the forked road, we went our separate ways. And now she's making some weird choices when it comes to how she promotes her OnlyFans. So the one that got her in a lot of hot water is this one.
How does it feel to have a sister that has an OF?
My friends always ask me if it's pink, but I don't really know what they mean by that. NANI? Do you know?
Jesus Christ. Click the link in my bio. I can't.
It should be pretty obvious why this was disturbing and upsetting for most people. She's using her brother, who is a child, to promote her OnlyFans content. That is some twisted shit. So she has him say that his friends tease him and ask if it's pink, which is talking about her vagina. So she feeds him that line to say, asking about her beef curtains, so that way she can pretend to be shocked that he said it. And of course this is all complete with the Zoomer editing stock sound effect package, so there's constant fucking sound effects and jingling keys going off on every single action, which is beyond annoying. But it's just so weird to use a kid, your own brother, to promote your OnlyFans, and then have him say something about your pussy. Or rather, his friends say something about your pussy. It's so gross. And she just keeps doing it too, diving deeper and deeper into this unhinged lunacy, using her family as her main method of OnlyFans promotion. So she's brought on her cousins, apparently her grandparents too, though that one, there's a bit of a conspiracy there and we'll get to it. And she's used her brother in another follow-up video once this one blew up, once again trying to capitalize off it.
So this tweet's going viral on Twitter right now, so I figured I'd call my brother and just check on him, see how he's doing. It's not looking too good, so.
Honestly, I don't even want to fucking hear from you anymore. I'm blowing up on Twitter.
Bro.
I'm fighting for my life on my group chat, and so I better see myself in Disneyland by tonight, alright? I fucking hate you.
Click the link in my bio so I can take him to Disney. Bro, is he like actually even...
I actually feel really bad for the kid here because I do think there absolutely is some level of bullying that's probably happened to him as a result of that video blowing up. And it's not like he wanted to be the marketing mascot for his sister's OnlyFans content. That's just her depraved idea. And she's doing it again here, double dipping with this awful fucking idea of using her brother for OnlyFans promotion. I don't know who could ever think it's a good idea to have a child advertise porn for them. Like, there's no way that's legal. That's probably, like, actually a crime. That's probably illegal. I don't know if she does, like, full nudity and, like, full porn or anything like that, but even still, that there's still no way that it's legal to have a child advertise potentially sexually explicit material. Like, there's just no way that that's allowed.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you since your, older cousin does OF?
One of my brother's older friends showed me a picture of something you posted.
NANI?
How did that make you feel?
Just awkward at the moment.
Do you still love me?
Yes.
Love you.
She does a couple of these interviews with her family about her doing OnlyFans. Like, hey, how weird's it been now that I'm out here doing OnlyFans, right? Like, isn't that kind of pretty wacky, huh? Any stories to tell? And they're like, well, yeah, I mean, some people make jokes about it and, send some mean shit in a group chat. And she's like, oh, haha, but you still love me, right? And they're like, I mean, yeah, I guess. So I don't know why she thinks this is good advertising. It's just really uncomfortable. It's one thing to have a family that's totally supportive and okay with you doing that kind of content, and a totally different thing to bring them on camera and then ask them deep questions about OnlyFans and like, oh, well, what have you seen from my OnlyFans and what are people saying about my OnlyFans, relative, huh? Like, that's just weird. It's super weird.
What's the craziest reaction you've gotten from your older cousin having an OF?
People send me things in my group chat, like TikToks.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like really awkward and weird.
Are you embarrassed?
I don't even know. It's just like when they send it, it's like, whatever.
Do you still love me?
Yeah.
I just don't understand why you'd ever want to not only ask your cousin these kind of questions, but then film it and then use it for marketing material for your OnlyFans. It just doesn't make sense. Why do you want them to talk about you being naked on OnlyFans? That's your cousin. I don't know, that is just really yucky. Like, this whole idea she's running with here about bringing all of her family into her OnlyFans ads is so fucked up.
What's the freakiest thing you guys have ever done?
Well, the Chevy was,
Grandma!
Earl,
Grandma, you used to get.
And now this is where the tinfoil hat's coming on. So she calls them grandma in the video, and the caption says grandma and grandpa. So we're led to believe these are her grandparents that she's doing this very goofy, uncomfortable interview with here about their sexual escapades, you know. Grandma, Grandpa, when's the last time you two steamed ham, huh? When was the last time you did a little bedroom rodeo? And then she's like, oh, you used to get down and dirty, Grandma? Oh my goodness, why I never. Heavens to Betsy. And yeah, that's goofy, cringy kind of stuff, but it's not nearly as weird as having them turn around and just start plugging your OnlyFans. But then things take like a very sinister, incestual turn.
You had 15 minutes with me, what would you do?
Always been curious what it'd be like to be with a woman.
You had 15 minutes with me, what would you do?
Well,
And then she also has one where she does kiss or slap game with grandmammy. Old Meemaw, would you rather kiss or slap her granddaughter's ass? It's so fucked up. So, the conspiracy is, those aren't her real grandparents. They're just actors. And I think that's probably the case. I can't imagine she would just go into incest proudly like this. That would be truly off the rails. So I imagine that they're actors. Which then begs the question, why? Why do this? It's still so creepy. Now, I'm pretty sure those are actors, but I don't think her cousins were, and I don't think her brother is. Like, I don't think you'd be able to hire a child to promote your sexually explicit material. That would 100% be beyond illegal. Like, she would be thrown in jail for that shit, I imagine, like, on the spot. So that's probably her real family there, but then she used her grandparents to continue doing this family OnlyFans kind of push, which is... It's so weird. Why would you want your family pushing your OnlyFans? And then, even bigger question, why would you want your child brother pushing your OnlyFans? This whole thing from Camilla is horrifying. It's so fucked up. It's so weird. So all of like the backlash she received isn't surprising, and she's still going. She's still doing this kind of shit. Like, these videos aren't that old at all. It's still continuously developing. Like, she is still engaged in this kind of content and these kind of marketing pushes. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you because this is just a really creepy situation that I thought was just fucking weird. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah. TikTok's such a weird place. I'm sure most of you have seen the trend that's existed since the inception of the platform where thirsty teenagers make those videos like, I would be a bad boyfriend because I'd love you too much, or you shouldn't date me because I just love you too much. You'd be suffocated with my overwhelming love. You know, shit like that. It's super weird. It's like romance to them is like it is in anime. It's just super fucking goofy. But today someone sent me a link to a guy, an Adonis, really. And I took one look at this man and I said, yeah, this guy fucks. And then it turns out he doesn't. A lot of his videos are just about relationships and why he's not in one, and why he would be a shitty boyfriend. And it's the cliche thing I mentioned where he's like, I'm too much of a lover. My love is too powerful for mere mortals to understand and tolerate. I would literally murder someone with love. I would fuck their butthole with love, and you're not ready for it. Thus, I have to be single.
Everybody wants to know why I'm single, and these are some reasons why. If I was your boyfriend, I would be very overprotective. Like, no one's talking to you but me. I would want to hang out all the time. Like, I want to be with you. I would FaceTime you and text you constantly, and then you would probably end up getting annoyed.
Bro, I'm not even dating you and I'm ready to break up. He's just actually listing off red flags and giving legitimate reasons why he would fucking suck to be in a relationship with. It's supposed to be one of those cutesy videos where girls are supposed to have their heart melt like, aw, he's single because he's so caring. But his just comes across as, wow, I can totally see why he's single with this kind of shit. It almost just sounds like threats like, hey, if we're dating, you're not talking to anyone but me. Your parents? Nope, we're cutting them out. Your imaginary friend? I'm gonna go in there and fucking murder him. You are only gonna communicate with me. Thus, I have to lock you in the basement to make sure that you don't betray me and talk to somebody that's not me.
I want everyone to know. Like, I want all my friends, all your friends, my family, your family. I want everyone to know that we're together. So those are some reasons why I'm single.
You know, to be honest, I actually can't believe that he's single. These aren't the worst qualities in the world. Yeah, you know, maybe it's a bit clingy, but it could be worse. He could be addicted to ketamine. Maybe he is, but he didn't mention it here. And if this is all that's wrong with him here, hey, maybe it's worth the chance.
A message for all ladies. All right, ladies, listen. Any guy you date should see you as a priority, not an afterthought. If a guy can only text you how he feels, he doesn't feel anything. If a guy's not willing to show you off, you can show him the door. If all they want to do is play Fortnite, you tell them good night.
Actually, pretty good advice here, I have to admit. If your man just wants to play Fortnite, you just tell him night-night, and then you go and turn yourself into the police because you were dating a child, you sick fuck.
Yes.
I'm wet, panties are sodden, god damn it, he's the perfect man. Jesus Christ. You'll notice that there's like a striking similarity between the things that would make him a good boyfriend and the things that also make him a bad boyfriend. It's basically just the same thing. He's obsessive. Like, he will literally always be there. Like the boogeyman under your bed, making sure that you're sleeping soundly. If you date me, I'm slapping that fucking phone out of your hand, trying to talk to somebody that's not me, you naughty harpy. The fuck do you think you're doing? I'm always there to hype you up. You want to do something? You do it and I'll be there to cheer you on. As long as it's just me there, cheering you on.
Reasons why I'm a bad boyfriend. I always want kisses and hugs. Like, even if it's random, no matter what time, I always want them. I always want to give you anything and everything. Like, even if I don't have it, I just want to give it to you. I don't want you to pay for anything. Even if I don't have enough money, I want to spoil you. Dinners, movie, anything, I want to pay for it. I won't let you. I want to show you off. I'm gonna post about you. Even if you don't want me to do it, I can't help it. I want to show you off, baby. I will always put you before me. Even if you're having a great day and I'm not, I will just hype your day up and I won't tell you about how bad my day was. But those are some reasons why I'm a bad boyfriend.
Oh my god, it's so dreamy. You don't want me to post about you? That's too fucking bad. I'm putting your nudes on Twitter because I'm so proud of you, baby. You got a great body. Those ass cheeks and the way that they can clap. Oh my god, the world needs to know. I'm gonna show you off, baby. I feel bad singling this guy out because, like I said, it's so common. So many people on TikTok do this exact same shit. Like, I'm such a bad boy, I would take you to a drive-thru and I wouldn't let you pay for your meal because I'm bad. I'd be a bad boyfriend. But the reason I chose him is because he has whole compilations dedicated to these videos because he's done so many of them. And it just made it easy to have like a nice cum dumpster full of these bad versus good boyfriend things. So anyway, I just wanted to briefly touch on this because I think it's super weird. I know it's not like uncommon for people to be like, I'm actually super shitty in being in relationships because I'm just too goddamn nice. Nice guys don't win, am I right, girls? Yeah, I see a lot of that shit, and then this is kind of the same thing. Like, I'm a bad boyfriend because I just want to love a girl, and girls don't want to be loved. They want an asshole douchebag, so I'd be a bad boyfriend. I see it all over the place, and this guy, he's just done it so many times, I figured it'd be a good example to talk about the trend and go into detail on it. Yeah, so that's really about it. So yeah. Online dating's pretty tough. I remember when I was a single man using Tinder, my go-to line was, "Do you like Brendan Fraser movies?" It worked to tremendous success. It was like a real-life cheat code for getting laid. But I understand not everyone's gonna be as suave as I was. However, I'd argue nobody has less game than the guy I'm about to show you. This should lift your spirits. If you ever feel bad about yourself, like, damn, I suck at online dating, just know you'll never be as bad as this living, breathing organism I'm about to show you. For those that have been around the channel for a while, you'll know that I've always enjoyed reading horrible flirting as well as just really disastrous, like, romance attempts online. I used to have a whole series going through Facebook flirting, which is where I learned about, you know, bitch lasagna, as well as also a line I still use today, put your ass in my asshole, baby. Things like that. I've always loved it. I don't really make content around it anymore, but today I had to come out of retirement. I had to dust off the old championship belt here for this one because I saw this on Reddit and I was smiling ear to ear. It is so bad. So this is where our journey begins. Now, again, this was posted to Reddit, so there's like a 90% chance it's fake. But god damn it, I'm gonna suspend disbelief and just enjoy the ride. Now, of course, I'm not an expert here. Rick wouldn't call me into the shop on Pawn Stars to check the authenticity of this piece. But there are countless of very real examples with pathetic dudes that go just like this. So there is a good chance it's real. So these two have been talking for a little while, and my man comes in with the clown shoes and asks, "Are you on birth control? I know it's a personal question, but kind of important to know." And then they say, "Okay, I'm canceling Wednesday." This could have gone better. This is suboptimal. This is a rough start right here. If it was a speed run, this would be a reset. This is about as bad as you could expect. He immediately ruined the date that they had planned by just immediately going full hog and just sending it. And from there was no recovering, and it gets real bad. He does not handle this super well. There was no grace or elegance. Lol, I'm kidding, dude, relax. He's just, it's just stand-up comedy, honestly. He was practicing his material. Why are you overreacting? I'm uncomfortable with these jokes. Okay, sorry, I'll stop, okay? No, I'm still canceling it. And now we get into his Joker arc. Well, that's really your loss for being so uptight, but okay. I'll just go to work and make $900 in 12 hours. Really? You're overreacting. Seriously? And you wonder why you're single? Yawn. Still waiting for your reply, lol. I actually had you double booked with another girl, so I'm kinda happy you decided to be a psycho. You sure you want to cancel it? This is a full roller coaster worth of emotion here. This man's hitting all 5 stages of denial within 6 text messages. This shit goes insano style quick. So let's break it down piece by piece. You know, at first it's like, okay, you're missing out on a catch. I'm the perfect guy. I'm a real fucking man. Check my KD in Fortnite. I'm nuts. And you know what? Fuck you. I'm just gonna go make $900 in 12 hours at my job because I'm pulling fat racks. I've got stacks on stacks. Like, I'm kind of nutty. I'm one of the wealthiest men in the world, in fact. Then you can see panic start to set in when the money play didn't pan out. I'm guessing like 5 minutes had passed and he was already hyperventilating and breathing into a paper bag to calm himself down. So he tries to like put it on her like something's wrong with her. She's overreacting. Why are you just freaking out over nothing? It's like that scene in Airplane with that girl who's like afraid of flying. So they start like shaking her. Hey, get a hold of yourself. Come on, get a hold of yourself. It was just a joke. So then he goes right into his bad boy mode. He puts on his sunglasses and trench coat and says, you know what, actually this is good for me. I double booked you with another girl. So the fact that you're psycho is helpful for me, because now I can just go to this other girl. In fact, I was just trying to have like 10 girls to have sex with on the same day, and you were just one of the many. So it's not that big of a deal. But are you sure you want to cancel? Like, I'm totally telling the truth, but are you like sure you want to cancel? I love that attempt. It's like, I'm so desirable, actually. In fact, I totally forgot I'd already had another girl that I was gonna fuck this day, so it's fine. And then has the audacity to call her a psycho. And I love the way that he says it, I double booked. This man has clearly never actually had a date in his life. It's like he's just penciling it in on a calendar, as if it's like a part of his job. Now we make a transition into Act 3 here, into just full-blown neediness and scary obsession. Please call me, please, I'm at work, dude. Lol, I know, I'm just being incredibly annoying to show you how most guys act, so maybe you'll realize I'm not that bad. So I'll see you Wednesday? That doesn't even make sense, you were fine until that joke. This is a Hail Mary. This man hatched the ultimate plan, so after he realized that by begging to be called back, it was a bit much, a rare moment of self-reflection, he's like, okay, yeah, it's a bit weird. So then he's like, how do I get out of this now? I've got it. I was actually just pretending to be needy and obsessed. It was called acting. I was actually just doing this to show you what most other simpletons do, not a sophisticated, nice guy like me. So I'll see you Wednesday, right? Dude, I was kidding with you. It's a joke. You do know I'm a doctor, right? My brain thinks at a much higher level than yours or the average person. It wasn't even sexual. It was a joke. And I said if you don't like those type of jokes, I won't joke like that anymore. This should be the end of it. You should be like, okay, cool. And then if I do it again, then you get pissed. Yeah, he's a doctor. Dr. Love, baby. This guy's good. This is real smooth. I have to imagine he's not actually a doctor. I mean, maybe fucking Dr. Evil, I have no clue. But regardless, I love that he's like, I actually just have such a galaxy brain, I'm thinking on a totally different level than you and all of these other plebeians. I'm just too fucking smart. That's my curse. That's the burden I bear. I'm too intelligent, which is why I made this joke. And the joke is a thinking man's joke. It's actually an anti-joke, in fact. You know how there's like matter and antimatter? This is an anti-joke, and now I'm explaining it to you so you don't have the right to get mad about it. You see, you're just wrong, for getting upset about it, and it's because I'm so much smarter than you. And I understand that it's not your fault for being fucking stupid, but just know that since I'm a doctor, I know what's right and what's wrong when it comes to joking. You off just get pissed right off the bat and be all rude to someone. That's a major turnoff, and just know. Yeah, she was the one being rude. She was nice enough to give you like a warning that she's canceling. She's like, hey, you're a fucking weirdo and I'm canceling. She could have just said nothing and not showed up on Wednesday, wasting your time by going there. And you just sit there all fucking soft cock in hand waiting and just not even getting a response. But she was nice enough to like cancel to your face. Like, that's far more than you deserved. Okay, so rant over. Are we cool now? Yeah, I think things are good now. I'm reading the room and it looks like he may have solved this problem here and fixed everything. You just talk shit to me. All I said was I'm canceling it. I didn't do what did talk shit to someone. What? Those are not coherent sentences. Of course I'm talking shit to you. You just flaked after I asked for that night off. Do you know how hard it is for me to get a night off work? Continuing further, let's just stop this childish nonsense. I'll see you Wednesday, right? This is that shit, don't take no for an answer, which I think is honestly the worst advice you can ever give someone. No is like the most important answer you should accept. By not accepting no's, you're just gonna go to jail at some point. Like, you're just asking for some kind of awful thing to happen to you. Like, no is an important thing to recognize and respect. And then they respond, you do not need to criticize my sentences. Change of mind and telling you about it doesn't really make it flaking. I was upfront. You said you already booked another date with someone else. Go enjoy it. I don't know why you're trying to with me, especially since you think so little of me already. Man's going full-blown car salesman. Just meet me Wednesday. I'm sorry, okay? Just will not drop it. There is no chance she shows up on Wednesday. This is coming across like an actual serial killer now who's just scratching at his neck for his next victim. Like, he just cannot help but just keep saying, you're coming Wednesday. I know you are. You're gonna meet me here Wednesday. Call me immediately. I'm at work. I'm not going to take the call. Okay, then we are meeting Wednesday, right? Are we cool? I feel like she might be talking to King Ghidorah here, just three separate heads all talking at once and all having different thoughts. One of them is just a fucking android that can only say Wednesday. One of them is just like a spiteful lunatic who thinks that there's some galaxy brain intellect that can't help but shit on her. And then one of them is just like a lobotomized zombie who just constantly just keeps asking, are we cool? Are we good now? It's wild, like the swings this guy goes through on these text messages here. Then he goes all in saying, look, my mom recently died, okay? So I'm kinda not really in the best place to be messed with. So if you could understand that would be great. Please, dude, please answer me. Can you please stop being immature and call me? Now, admittedly, she was being very immature about this whole situation by not understanding such level-headed remarks from a gentleman like this. It really was her being immature, clearly. And I also can't help but respect the actual Xbox Live tactic of saying his mom died. That is, unironically, 2005 Xbox Live shit right there. Like, your mom's a whore, mom's dead. And it's supposed to be like the checkmate. He actually tried it. It's like, oh, mom's dead, so now you have to excuse everything I've said. And you have to go on this date with me. I'll see you Wednesday, right? Come on, stop being immature. So yeah, anyway, that's where this story wraps up. Hopefully, if some of you are shitty at online dating, this will help you feel a little bit better and maybe help you improve in that respect in some way. Hopefully, none of you are as bad as this guy or anywhere close, but if you're just kind of, awkward and uncomfortable when it comes to conversations via text, maybe this will lift your spirits up a little bit, because you're probably not as bad as this guy. Anyway, that's about it. See ya. See Jack Owak coming back with the new energy drink called AI Energy. Is that real? Someone mentioned Jack Owak was coming back, but I didn't know it's called AI Energy. It's the new venture from Jack Owak, the original founder and creator of Bang, and it aligns itself with the relentless pace of artificial intelligence technology innovation. He really thought just slapping AI on it would get people to be like, oh, it must be something like new and interesting. Does it have the super creatine in it? That was the big thing that got Bang sued into oblivion, is Jack Owak and his stupid super creatine. Not a whole lot of info right now. But Jack Owak's behind it, you know there's gonna be titties. Where there is Jack, the milkers will be following. Yeah, it's the Bang Energy guy. I wonder if he made a YouTube video announcing it. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, no, this is Joshua. Does he not use his channel that much? The trailer for the AI Energy is called AI Energy, A New Era for Energy. Oh man, this looks really awesome.
You and I set the beverage industry ablaze, creating the multi-billion-dollar performance energy drink category.
Jack, the only thing you set ablaze was your company, brother. You got blasted. They butt-fucked you, brother. You and your stupid super creatine. It's crazy. This guy, he's like such a cartoon character.
Stoked to bring you AI Energy, my most brilliant and delicious innovation ever. A new experience for a new era. AI Energy.
That was hype. That was hype. I'm gonna have to get me a few cans of that now, clearly. Wow. I like how he keeps talking about, like, how important Bang was. The only reason Bang ever had any market share is because it catered to actual, like, horny teenagers, because all of the marketing was just putting Bang in between the butt cheeks of any model that Jack could get into the DMs of. They did nothing interesting. It was bottom of the barrel slop. And he had the gall to say that it had some made-up garbage in it called super creatine. There's no way he thinks this looks good, right? Oh, he does. He is delusional. Like, fully delusional. This man is high off his own supply. That super creatine has rotted his brain. Have you not... We've already been deep down the Jack Owak rabbit hole. But have you not, like, actually seen or heard from him? Like, this is a clip that put him on the radar for a lot of people. What was the name of the show? It was like Dress My Wife. Like, the dude's just unhinged. And the way he dresses like a GTA character. Does he still have his super creatine videos up? No. I think just Fillion has a few of them, and then here's me making fun of him. Damn, he took it down. But he wears, like, these crazy, like, either pure gold suits with, like, these giant bang chains, or he has, like, this really cool purple one, too. Like, he's just a weirdo. Whoa. My breech home birth story, unmedicated labor and delivery vlog. Can nothing just be private anymore? And why is Jack Owak shirtless like he delivered the baby? Is this his knee right here? What is he doing? Is he squatting, or is that his pec? I can't even tell what I'm looking at. This man's anatomy confuses me. I think he's squatting like on a squatty potty type thing. What does his family content look like? I've got to know. Telling my husband we are pregnant with baby number 6. Emotional. Like, Jack doesn't have human emotions anymore. It's all AI generated in his DNA now.
And argue that in the comments below.
He's still wearing the bang chain.
But Jordan, there is no Jordan.
This video's a year old. Bang was already blasted to the Shadow Realm by this point. Why is he still wearing it?
Big things come in small boxes, you know, especially on Valentine's Day.
What'd you get? What'd he get you?
Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
Is it an IPO for AI Energy?
Necklace. Oh, that's so cute. Oh,
Open it up, open it up. It's got a picture of Jack's nutsack in there.
so cute. Look at this.
The Vince McMahon of energy drinks. Oh, he is very Vince McMahon-esque, huh? That's a good comparison. Well, I'm gonna keep my eye on AI Energy. It might just sweep in and be the next big one. It's already off to a booming start, with one article being written about it from Beverage Digest. And it's one sentence. People cannot wait for Jack Owak's return. How do I get it? Do I have to mint it on the blockchain or something? It doesn't have its own website or anything. You and I set the beverage industry ablaze, creating... Yeah, this is what you said in the video, too. This looks like one of those fake Flash games, like the Meet and Fuck Kingdom. But you just meet and have sex with Jack Owak, I guess.
Please spread the word, my friends. My wife and I appreciate all of your overwhelming love and support. Together, you and I revolutionize the consumer products industry with literally billions of followers through our vast 1,000 plus creator and influencer social media army. We love our influencers and creators. Our novel products, marketing, distribution, and manufacturing innovations resulted in Bang Energy eclipsing its first $1 billion in sales faster or as fast as Tesla. Sorry, my man Elon. Bang beat you by 4 years. Nike beat Nike.
I like how even on his AI energy drink site, he's still just talking about Bang. Overtly corrupt South Florida bankruptcy community. He's talking about, I'm innocent. I did nothing wrong. Oh, also, get AI energy. Why is he making AI videos of himself? He could just say it. Because it's AI energy and he's showing the power of AI.
In concert to improve motivation and mood. These components also increase critical neurotransmitters, including dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine, and acetylcholine. These neurotransmitters play key roles.
Why does he look like a baby? Looks like a baby man here.
And memory and improved brain and body.
De-aged him too far.
Way beyond caffeine alone. Thank you for your support.
I'd love to see what a real can of this looks like. But I don't think it actually exists. Is this it, or is this AI? Oh, here we go. My prayers have been answered. It's right around the corner. I feel like smoking would be healthier than drinking this.
Feel-good sensation will excite beyond your wildest imagination.
He's just saying actually nothing. Nothing he has said right now means anything. Oh, they've become experts in artificial intelligence. By that, Jack means they generated a few Shrek memes using Midjourney. Because artificial intelligence is increasing at such a geometric and exponential rate, human intelligence will likely never keep up. However, I do believe AI energy combined with other factors like practicing an instrument or sport or engaging in other repeated critical thinking activities has the potential to increase brain power and human intelligence, both acutely and over time. He has the gall to say that drinking AI energy is going to help increase brain power and human intelligence to compete with AI. Why are you even calling it AI in the first place, Jack? This has nothing to do with AI. AI doesn't even look good. Isn't this guy a billionaire? Well, yeah, but he's generating these himself. He is literally making these himself. It's written by AI. Probably. I have 30 years statements in the article have not been evaluated by the FDA. Consult a healthcare provider. Yeah, this is just normal disclaimer stuff. That's pretty cool, Jack. Pretty fucking cool. Order it. I was thinking about it, but I don't even know if it'd be fun as a joke. I feel like it's just gonna be dangerous. This is Jack Owak Unchained. No supervision. This man would sneak nicotine and fucking Fent into these. I don't know. I don't think it's worth. I'll wait to see if people survive the first wave. They're not going to stores. Since he's not selling them in stores, there's not going to be any real oversight. He's just selling them online. It'll be like pink sauce. It'll be like pink sauce in a can. I have sworn multiple times that I would stop talking about EDP 445. But just like most people's New Year's resolutions about going to the gym, I'm going to have to break it. Every few months for the last couple of years, like clockwork, he will try and come back to the internet after his historic fall from grace after being caught in the now infamous cupcake sting operation that outed him as a predator. He'll come back with an almost cartoonish development. He has been on this non-stop wild and wacky roller coaster of crazy, goofy shit that he tries. He's this gift that just keeps on giving with the amount of unbelievable shit he tries. Like an everlasting gobstopper of goofs. I've compared him to the box ghost from Danny Phantom, and I think that is just the most apt comparison. He's just this silly villain that keeps popping up every now and then just for people to laugh him off the face of the internet, but he'll always come back as a cameo in later episodes. And that's why we're talking about him again today, because it's that time of the year where EDP tries to make a claim that he's innocent. And this time, he's saying, actually, it was all acting. He was only pretending to be a pedophile. He was method acting as a child molester, as part of a movie production. I know that sounds unbelievable. That sounds like I just made that shit up in a game of Mad Libs, but I'm being serious. That is the angle he's trying. He posted an entire breakdown of his defense that this was all a setup, that it was supposed to just be improv acting, but they published it as a real thing and it cost him his whole career. Now, before diving into the fanfic that EDP tries to craft here like he's working on a fucking Tumblr blog, I do want to make it clear that even though the Cupcake Doomsday sting operation was the apocalypse that brought down the world of EDP, it's far from the only instance of him talking inappropriately and sexually with minors. This was just the only one where they actually caught him in video. You know, this was no longer just blurry photos of Sasquatch or rumors. They finally had him on video, flirting with, and then even going to a physical location to meet someone he believed to be a child. This followed sexually charged conversations as well as inappropriate pictures, including a picture of his poopy in a toilet, an actual shit pic. I make sure to mention that anytime EDP's name comes up because god damn it, that shit is crazy. And following all that, he went to the physical location to meet someone he believed to be a kid, and said the reason he was there was actually because his belly was empty, his tummy was growling for a cupcake, which is why it became known as the Cupcake Incident. But this is just focusing on that video and not any of the other numerous claims and evidence about the way he talked to children and all of that. So let's take it from the top here in the timeline of events. He lays out all the lore, and it dates all the way back to 2019. So he's laying out the goddamn Silmarillion here, preceding the Lord of the Rings events that take place later on. So in 2019, he flew out to Philadelphia for the world premiere of Maybe Next Year, which he was featured in. I suppose this was his acting debut, and that's crucial knowledge here because fast forward to 2021, he received an email from Chet Goldstein, who was the person conducting the investigation on EDP at the time, and he's claiming that in 2021, Chet Goldstein reached out to him, letting him know how impressed he was with EDP's performance in that documentary, saying that he was impressed with his work from Maybe Next Year and wanted to give him a shot for a different part in a film that Chet Goldstein was working on at the time. So he drops a receipt here of an email that basically just echoes that, saying, hey, you know, your work was fucking amazing, can't believe you didn't win an Oscar, would love to have you as part of this next production if you're willing to try out for it, get back to me. EDP responds, ecstatic to take this role. This was really going to blow up his acting career. He confirms an address with him, that it's a Rite Aid location they're meeting at. Chet Goldstein says that, their cameraman will meet them at the Rite Aid parking lot, and it's going to be a random scene that they're going to act out for 30 to 40 minutes to see if he's fit for filming. He says, the scene we may ask you to act out may seem a bit odd, and I may crack some jokes and be rude in certain parts of the shoot that may seem offensive to you, but keep in mind, we have a protocol of situations we may throw at you to see how you respond and act in helping us determine if you're fit for the part. If selected for the part for the film we're shooting in Bakersville in October, we'll reach out in 7 to 14 business days for our meeting. Please message me back to confirm this date. So this is his bombshell, shocking revelation plot twist moment where you see Chet Goldstein actually was just wanting me to act, improv to make sure I was, up to snuff here with the role that I'd be required to play for his production. I was under the impression this was all part of the acting, which even upon hearing this excuse is one of the most unbelievable things I've ever heard. No, you remember that incident from 2 years ago. Keep in mind, he's just now posting this 2 years later. I'm guessing this idea came to him in a dream recently to try this garbage. But, why wait 2 years if this is all legitimate? But regardless, all of that pedophile shit, no, that's just because I was a very good actor. I actually fooled all of you. It was acting, but I'm really upset because, I was misled. I was instructed to improv. I had no idea this was going to be the result. But I know what you're thinking, Charles, he posted receipts, he posted emails right there. There's proof, there's evidence to support these outrageous claims. Sometimes reality can be stranger than fiction. And to that I say, I do not like those green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am. These are fucking poorly photoshopped emails that he posts. He couldn't even Photoshop or crop it correctly. Look at Chet Goldstein's name. You can still see some of like the black flakes at the top where Chet Goldstein was pasted on top of whatever this email originally was, and none of it's even centered in the first place. It doesn't even convincingly look like real emails. It is awful. It is terribly done. And to go even a step further, I can literally hear EDP's voice in the Chet Goldstein text here. He caps locked respond and act, as if that's supposed to drive the point home, like, no, look, it's real. This is super real because respond and act. Act. That's a key word. I'm going to have to capitalize that one so that way people know that this is key. It's blatantly fake. These aren't real emails. But you know what? I'm always willing to play ball and suspend disbelief. Let's assume that this is real somehow. And the odds of this being even remotely real are beyond minuscule, incalculably low odds, but let's assume they are. It still doesn't explain away all of his other repeated behavior with the way he talks to minors or anything like that, and it doesn't even explain away the video itself. There's nothing in there that even like gets corroborated with these emails he releases. Nothing checks out, even still, with the video itself and the claims he's making. He did an interview with like an AI, I guess. I don't really know, but he's doing this interview with like some kind of AI interviewer using some kind of like fucking voice modulator. And the way he explains it is even more silly.
He had his business card attached to the email.
Okay, and that was shortly after the movie, maybe next year or so. You put kind of 2 and 2 together and everything aligned to this actually being an opportunity for you.
Correct, yes.
Okay, so Chet emails you and tells you to meet him at the apartment complex? I'm sorry, maybe I'm not understanding.
Well, again, you know, the original meetup spot was at the Rite Aid.
In what fucking solar system would someone be so stupid as to get a random email from someone claiming to be a movie producer who just reached out to you with a cold call saying, hey, your fucking performance in this documentary was superb, spectacular stuff. Come meet me at a Rite Aid where I'm going to have you play a child predator. Would you think that that's a good opportunity? So let's assume he didn't know he was going to be acting as a pedophile. The second that they start spitballing this improv at him, like, okay, so all of these chat logs with this child, you're a pedophile. Why would he play along with it? What opportunity did you think this was? How would portraying a child molester be like this golden goose for you? You are already a successful YouTuber with millions of subscribers, but this was your ticket to the big time? You know, this role you thought you were playing, like the role of method acting a fucking pedophile? That makes no sense. That is inexplicably ridiculous.
You know what I mean? And then the camera guy, Javier, he actually walked me over to the apartment complex. So in the fucking email, it was just, you know, boom, right here at the Rite Aid. And then camera guy is the one who walked me over to the apartment complex. This is the first time I ever seen this fucking apartment complex. You know what I mean?
This does absolutely nothing to help proclaim his innocence here. If it was at the Rite Aid or the apartment complex, it doesn't fucking change anything. The clips he's showing, the Rite Aid only comes in the frame when EDP is leaving after they're talking about calling the cops and everything. That is when he is actually like making his grand getaway from this situation. He starts by going up to the apartment complex and then leaves going out by the Rite Aid.
Do you have any indication on what you're walking into, what type of scene you're going to be acting out?
He didn't tell me shit, basically. You know what I mean? He basically just said, hey, we got some chat logs here. We're going to improv this bitch. Go along with it. I'm just like, all right, cool. So, and then again, you know what I mean? It's like, how the fuck was I supposed to know this was a goddamn, how the fuck was I supposed to know that this was a goddamn setup? Like, it's like, you have fucking business cards, you have the official wavelength bullshit, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers is emailing you and shit. It's like, anybody in their right fucking mind would have thought that this was legit.
I speak for every single living, breathing human being on this planet in saying that nobody in their right mind would have thought this is legit. At all. I will suspend disbelief yet again here to just toy around with this idea. Why the fuck would you even improv this kind of scene? Did you want the role of a pedophile? Did you want that to be your acting legacy? The follow-up to your magnum opus performance in maybe next year you wanted to be the child predator? What sense does that fucking make? This is the dumbest defense ever. And he doesn't even do anything to, like, somehow explain away everything he says and does in the video itself. None of this explains any of it. And this fucking email screenshots are fake emails to begin with. The whole thing is so stupid. But it is laughable that he is actually trying this with a straight face. Obviously, this is yet again another desperate attempt to prove that he's never been a child predator, even though there is overwhelming amounts of evidence, even outside of this big video that came from it. There is still so much evidence against him, and really the only reason he never faced jail time is because the investigation was done by YouTubers and not done in collaboration with law enforcement, so he was able to squeak away based on that, which is something that has happened a lot, unfortunately. So it's crazy he's not even in jail, honestly. And he still keeps trying to come back to the internet. Even after all of this time and all of this shit, he still keeps doing ridiculously goofy shit, like what you just saw there, with trying to say he's not a pedophile, he was only acting. Wild stuff. I just wanted to give a little update here and share that. That's about it. See ya.
Oh, I got some like punk rock kids here. Let's see if they're really about what they preach and stuff.
Buckle up your seatbelt because it's about to be a wild ride. This asshole has been hyping himself up in the bathroom mirror for the last 45 minutes, telling himself today's the day he talks to people, real people, about real issues. And of course he chose the only thing he knows, absolutely batshit insane conspiracy theories. So this playful little gopher pokes his head out of his little hidey hole and sees people with different colored hair and immediately assumes that they're punk rock. So you can almost immediately tell that this guy, he doesn't go out much, and that's for good reason. He should have stayed locked inside reading his Facebook groups, because he just makes a fucking fool of himself.
Hey, what's up, guys? I just had a quick question for you guys.
Hey.
What do you guys think about COVID-19?
So get used to this camera angle, because it's filmed like an episode of Cow and Chicken. I love his approach here. This guy lacks the most basic communication skills, obviously has never socialized before. He just comes up to them, hey, what's the deal with COVID-19? It's like in SpongeBob when he tries to tell a joke, what's the deal with airline food? Except far worse here.
It sucks.
Like, what do you think is like, the severity of it is real, what they're saying?
I've had it.
I had it too. That's real.
Do you think it's right to get a vaccine for a 98% survival illness?
I'm getting my second one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just because I can't, like, die from it doesn't mean other people can.
As the video continues to go on, you'll notice the camera shaking more and more because the adrenaline really starts pumping through his body at dangerous levels. You can tell this is the most exciting thing he's ever done in his life. I would have absolutely loved to see what this guy looked like during all of this, because from the waist down, it looks like he's dressed for 18 holes of golf. He's probably sweating profusely. I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually DB Cooper filming this. Like, this shit is just so wacky.
But, yeah, I get that, but you guys, like I noticed, like, I used to be like...
I believe in science.
Yeah, but I used to be like you guys are like in high school, like, you know...
Not in high school.
Yeah, but like when I was in high school, I used to be like in punk rock type of guy. But that's about like anti-authority, you know, anarchy. What are you guys doing, like, you know, signing up for this?
The internet's raised some complete losers like this guy that are just a hemorrhoid to society. You'll remember in the beginning of the video he said they look punk rock, let's go test their faith and interrogate them to make sure they actually believe the things that they preach, as if it's some kind of religious movement liking punk rock or having different colored hair. But anyway, he walks up to them, makes all these assumptions like, you know, where's anarchy? Why don't you have a butt plug in your butthole running around naked burning down churches like real punk rockers would? Because back in my day in high school, I was a punk rocker, which is the biggest lie ever told. He should have been struck by lightning by God for that fucking horrible lie. There is a 0% chance this guy was ever cool in his life. He probably listened to a single Misfits song by accident on the radio in his mom's car one time, and then just tried his best to ride that wave like, yeah, I love the Misfits. Did I pass the punk rock test? Can I sit at your lunch table now? Government? Fuck 'em. Might even paint my nails black, too.
I'm not signing up for anything. I just look at science and I look at facts. I get my food shot every.
But aren't you guys like all about anti-authority?
It's not about anti-authority. It's about keeping the public safe. It's not about, and it's not like, yeah, and I am anti-authority. Fuck the police, dude. But the police didn't invent.
You see, you guys are buying the propaganda for the police, but
oh my god, why do
the police are our friend.
This guy is all over the place. I don't think there's anything he actually believes in. So he's like, you know, why aren't you anti-authority, huh? You got a guitar right there, your hair's a different color, you're clearly punk rock, you should be anti-authority. And then they're like, well, I mean, we are, fuck the police. And then he's like, oh god, whoa, 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 fuck the police. Police are our friends. Why would you say that? Oh my god, you guys are too hardcore. Like, this guy, he is just getting his ass washed like a bidet right now.
Okay, but I'm just trying to like make you guys think for a second because like I used to hang around.
I mean, I've had it. I've had it.
Okay, but I see you guys the way you guys are. Yeah, and it's a 98% survival illness.
But that doesn't mean that it's not like bad. I don't want it just because it's around. Like, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
but see, people die from the flu every year.
Jesus Christ, he actually used the flu defense. Can someone just call this guy's dad to pick him up? He's getting a little too wild in the park. It would have been less offensive if he just walked up to these people and flashed his cock and balls at them. Just come up in a trench coat and just fucking let it all hang loose. That would have been far more tolerable.
We're gonna be like, you know, we check our temperatures every day. Like,
Did you guys know there's aborted fetus cells in the vaccines?
oh my god, get the fuck out of here, bro. Can you just leave? I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
It's getting a little off the rails. He started to sense that they were losing interest in the conversation, so he had to reel them back in. What about the aborted fetus cells in the vaccine? Oh my god. This poor fucking guy, he's an actual flesh puppet for these dumb Facebook groups. They have their hands so far up his anus they are working his mouth like it's a ventriloquism act. I guarantee this guy has never even heard of the word proof. That the word has never even left his lips, I imagine. If he sees it in his groups that he trusts, he takes it at face value. For what it's worth, there's obviously no fucking aborted fetus cells in the vaccine. If he wanted to just make some shit up, I think he should have went harder. Did you know that they're actually using dinosaur semen in the vaccines? Then you'd have my attention.
But you guys are like...
That's some crazy, that's some ludicrous shit, bro. That's some ludicrous
Questioning the government is crazy?
No, I'm not saying questioning authority or the
But that's
government.
real. You guys laughed at something that's real. Why is that?
Who told you this?
Because it's not in the mainstream, you guys laugh at it though. Is that why?
They're laughing at you because you're a birthday clown. Like, you're just goofy. You're a goofball. You're a goofy goober, man. Like, what are you going on about? And when they even very lightly pressed for proof and you didn't have a defense, you immediately just went on the defensive. It's not mainstream, so you wouldn't have heard of it. My girlfriend goes to a different school. You know, like, okay, we hear that there's aborted fetus cells, now can you prove it? And then he can't. He just immediately backpedals like, it's just not mainstream.
You're saying that's what Fox News is saying. They're like, aborted fetuses, Alex Jones.
Well, they're right about that. Some political parties are right about some
How
things.
do you know if they're right?
If
I don't know if they're right, how do you know if they're right?
It's common sense. I mean, both political parties switch back and forth. Let's rewind back to 2001.
I just want to play my guitar.
Let's rewind back to Let's rewind back to 2001.
Why are you outweighing?
Okay, you guys believe So you guys think 9/11 was real?
Well, I mean, who didn't see that coming, to be honest? Every single conspiracy I bet this guy believes in. I wouldn't be surprised if he started talking about how Atlantis is going to rise from the ocean again and take over the world or something. He immediately goes full throttle, nuts to butts. So you think 9/11 was real? Wow. Yeah, he's coming in with the condom off now. Now it's raw. So it's getting fucking wild and really sad.
It's not conspiracy
We're
theories.
just trying to play our fucking guitar and banjo and keys in a park.
Okay, you guys believe 9/11.
Making me need fucking go away, please.
But you see that it was.
Stop talking to me. Are you crazy person? Are you fucking crazy?
You guys can walk away if you want, but I'm trying to.
We were sitting here first.
But it's the public. It's the public. Sorry, I could like talk here.
Oh my god.
It's the public.
Damn, taking you back to high school, isn't it, big guy? All the girls disgusted, asking you to leave, calling you weird and crazy. Fuck, man. Some things just never change, do they? Poor guy's starting to really shake. It's like a tornado's blown through here with the way the camera's being filmed, just like fucking rapid fire shaking now.
Don't you think that working is kind of distracting you from your true spirituality?
Dude,
I'm not.
away.
But what do you guys think that's doing your spirituality? I run a YouTube channel. All right, well, just to let you guys know, like when I was in high school, like punks used to mean like.
We're not in fucking high school, dude.
I know that, but I used to hang out with people like you. You guys were all about.
Well, you know what? You're an asshole. Like,
you guys.
Now we're going on the spirituality train. There is no stone left unturned here. He's trying to fucking vomit every dumb thing he can out all at once. Also, I assure you he has never hung out with anyone in high school. Or since high school. So, that's just another lie. Come on now. Be honest. This guy is just making so many assumptions based off the appearance of the people he's approached, so I'm going to do the same here based off of just the few things I've heard from him so far. I imagine he probably hadn't had many friends in the real world in his life. He may have been bullied, but what eventually ended up happening is he found an online safe space where they were preaching these kind of conspiracies and they were nice to him and brought him into the community, and now he feels so loyal to them because of the way that they made him feel, like belonging to a part of a group, that now he just vehemently defends the craziness and then goes out in the world and does shit like this. I can make assumptions too.
You don't. Like, you're annoying as fuck. You're annoying as fuck. Half a beer after work. Yeah, I just got
don't you
off
think
my
that beer is
minimum wage job.
Don't you think that beer?
It's weird that you approach women in a park that are relaxing.
This is a guy too. There's a guy right here. But don't you guys think all these drugs and alcohol are kind of blocking your spirituality and true consciousness?
Yeah, stop with the drugs and alcohol and awaken your true consciousness like this guy. Then you can be as cool and fun as him. He's the perfect man. Yep.
Anarchy, right? Anarchy, right? Posers! 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 Posers!
You can hear the tears in his eyes as they walk away and he shouts posers at them. Truly awful stuff. It's upsetting what the internet's done to some people like this guy. He just goes out of his way to ruin their day and then go home feeling like a champion, like he did something good for the world, and then he posts this video himself because he has no self-awareness or shame. It's crazy. It's wild. But anyway, that's about it. So yep. Having your wedding outside should be an actual crime or an unforgivable sin. Every wedding I've been to has been an outside wedding, and it has been truly miserable. And they haven't all been in Florida, you fucking pseudo-intellectuals, alright? I know it's hot in Florida, so obviously it being outside would make it miserable, but I've been to some up north as well, and it's fucking miserable every time outside. So here's a little pro tip, a little life hack, a little 5-minute craft for anyone planning a wedding right now. Do all of your friends and family a favor and don't have it outside, you goddamn selfish asshole. Outside weddings fucking suck. Just think about it. It's fucking sunny out, it's shining in their eyes, it's hot out, and if it's not sunny out, it's cloudy. That's not romantic, that's not cool. It looks like it's a bad omen for your marriage. What is the benefit to having it outside? You feel me? Don't do it. Just don't do it. Let's go ahead and check out this new video from a outside wedding where a man faints and pisses his pants. Not to spoil anything for what's about to happen. It's a very interesting video that I think really puts in a nutshell the outside wedding experience. A beautiful ballad indeed. If I was an America's Got Talent judge, they'd be going right to Vegas if it was up to me. Just a great set of golden pipes right there, nailing those notes, really belting it out. But unfortunately, this concert's about to come to a close with a very rude interruption that just puts the brakes on this angelic performance.
I get to love you. I get to love you.
There's a bit of a subtle fall, so I'm gonna go ahead and rewind that on the Jumbotron in case you missed it.
I get to love you.
The dude felt like he got fucking blasted by a sniper in the background who 360 no-scope headshot him. That was an absolutely brutal tumble. No doubt the result of locking his knees. I've actually seen that happen quite a few times throughout my life. So there's a little PSA for all of you best men out there. Don't lock your knees or else you're gonna potato sack in front of everyone just like this man did. And that sound he made on impact sounded like an entire gym bag full of water balloons being slammed against a garbage can. It was a ridiculously loud one. To be honest, I completely understand why he fainted. He probably had just found out that I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/moistcritical, and he was blown away by how great the streams are.
need a towel. Yeah, good plan.
I couldn't decide if this was real or fake at first, but the way that man fucking kissed the concrete, I'd have to say this is real, or this man is the world's most committed actor to the skit. Because that shit looked absolutely devastatingly painful, and he straight up pee-peed his britches. Now, don't get me wrong, I have no problem peeing my pants for the good of a scene, but I wouldn't be overly eager to fucking belly flop onto a wood deck like that. And the reason why I lean toward this being fake initially is because the camera work is so goddamn good. The cameraman really fucked this guy in particular, because this is like so professional looking, it looks like a skit. The lighting is focused on the fall, and there's multiple cameras showing the fall from a great angle, and then at the end it has him walking towards the camera with urine on his penis. Well, not on his penis, I didn't see his dick in this, but on his penis pants area. The camera work is nothing shy of professional, and I have no doubt this cameraman was working on the Avengers before doing this wedding video. Impressive stuff. And also that girl can now brag to her friends that her singing was so good it knocked a man out. Like how opera singers brag about breaking glass with their voice. She can one-up them now. Fucking crazy. This is a real trooper right here. Because he said, you know what, you guys might not be enjoying the singing? Fuck it, I'll take this fall for all of us here. This is for you, Cody, up there on the altar. Crazy shit. What a video, and let it be a lesson. Stop having your weddings outside. Now, again, I don't think the guy had anything serious happen, at least I hope not. It really looks like a textbook case of knees buckled for too long and then losing consciousness temporarily. You see it all the time at weddings because you're standing out there for a long time, not moving, and people forget to like wiggle their toes or bend their knees or anything like that. Then eventually shit like this happens, and it happens a lot at weddings, and the heat certainly wasn't helping. So again, let this be a lesson. Stop having your weddings outside, please. Now, I do feel bad for the guy because none of this is his fault, and I hope he's okay. And he shouldn't be embarrassed. Hopefully he's not embarrassed. I think everyone can recognize that this is just very unlucky, and hopefully he's just taking this whole thing on the chin. And I don't just mean the floor. fucking nailed that one. I'm kind of proud of that one, honestly. But yeah, again, not his fault. Hopefully he's all right and not embarrassed about the whole situation, because it's a fucking great video, honestly. That's it. See ya.